I'm Anna. Welcome to Anna's Kitchen and Stitch, and today I'm going to show you how I made a bunch of different appliques using scraps and stuff I had laying around. So I chose a few different shapes that I found online and resized them right on my screen to the size I wanted. And then I lightly traced them onto paper using a soft pencil. The monitor works like a light box. Just be gentle if you try this so you don't damage your screen. Then I gathered a bunch of different selections of denim I had in different shades, and even found these beautiful pink floral type denims that I thought would work well. This used to be a skirt. I pulled out some of my favorite fabric scraps left over from other projects. You might recognize this one from my last video. And I don't know which ones for sure I'm going to use. They're just all some really nice ones to choose from. We'll figure it out as I go. Lastly, I had these amazing pillowcases I found recently, and I just really loved all they've got flowers and stars and hearts all over them. So I'm going to try to use some of these as well. So firstly, I ironed my fabrics because they've been kind of in my scrap pile for a while. They're a bit wrinkled. And then I just sort of started laying some of the shapes out. Now I just cut them straight out. In hindsight, I should have probably put some interfacing on the back of these because the fabric's pretty thin. These are mostly rayons. I do end up doing that later, but I would probably advise doing that before you cut them out. That would definitely have made a difference on this one. If you've got a more intricate shape with lots of little nooks and crannies like this one, it's not too bad. But this would have definitely been easier to cut had I put the interfacing on first. Hearts are a nice, easy shape to cut out. I love those, and I did them in various sizes. And now, of course, this is the pillowcase. I'm just going to cut out the hearts for now, maybe a couple of flowers. Now I'm just going to trace out some of the hearts as well on this denim. This is a friction pen, so it will come off with heat. But it really doesn't matter. This is on the back side anyway, so you can use any pen. And now I'm just going to go around them about a 1/4 inch around that shape because I actually want the denim hearts to be a little bit larger. I'm going to put those fabric hearts on top of them and have some of the denim show around the edges. Now for this one, I am tracing the design on the front of the denim because this is going to be a reverse applique and I'll need to stitch on that line, so I'll need to see it. But again, this is a heat erasable pen. Now be sure that you put the fabric underneath it right side up because that's what's going to show through once we cut it out. And then I'm just going to trim it closer. I've got it all really well pinned on. So for this one's also reverse applique. I just wanted to get a rough idea of what part of the fabric I want to show through before I pin it on there. And then just, again, pin it in really well before you cut it out. And then I'm just going to cut some random shapes out of this floral denim. I like arranging it so I can see part of the flowers on each shape. These don't require any other special sewing or anything. They'll just be appliques on their own. Even just little squares cut out here with a bit of fringe on the edge can make appliques. They don't have to be any fancy shapes, so I'll save a couple of these as well. And then lastly, I just cut a couple of squares out of the remaining bits. Those are always nice to have when you just want patches for something. So there's the nice assortment I got out of that floral denim piece. Now this is where I realized some things I should have put some backing on. This pillowcase is actually quite thin. And since I wasn't going to be sewing it onto any denim first, I thought I'm going to put some interfacing in the back of that. This is just a standard medium weight interface. And I also decided to put it on the back of these pieces that I'd already cut out. This is what I was saying earlier. It would have been easier to have done that before fussy cutting them or cutting them right to the shape. But that's all right. We'll do it now. So now you can see, sorry, I'm a bit out of frame there, but it's much easier to cut these shapes out now that the interfacing is on there. So I should have done that with my hearts and everything else, but here's my assortment so far of the stuff I've interfaced. Here's the pieces I need to sew and cut the reverse applique out, and here's some assorted other pieces I've cut. So now I'm just going to have to stitch right on the lines so I can do my reverse applique. You can do a straight stitch if you want. I'm going to do a zigzag, probably a medium-sized one, and just go all the way around right on the line. You could do a satin stitch if you wanted to. It would use a lot more thread and take a lot longer to go around, so I was happy with the smaller zigzag. If you're doing, I don't think I remember to show here, but if you were doing something like the peace sign where you've got internal shapes as well, you've got to remember to sew on those lines as well, of course, so you can cut those pieces out. Now here's what makes it reverse applique. We're going to cut the denim away from the front. Make sure you pull it very carefully away from the back fabric so that you don't cut through both layers. Pull the denim layer away and carefully make a snip or a small cut in the front that you can get your scissors in. And now you're just going to cut away the denim carefully. Don't get too close to your stitch line. I like to say at least 1/8 of an inch away. And it would be so handy if I had a smaller pair of fabric shears to get into these tight corners. I did try using my snip a couple times, but it just didn't cut well enough. But yeah, just real carefully, don't cut through your back fabric, and cut out the denim that's on top. There we go. So we've got that shape cut out. So now I'm going to cut away the excess back fabric. So again, not too close to the stitch line, but we're just going to cut away the excess. Now I'm going to go and mark about 1/2 inch away from the stitch line on the front. This is where I'm going to cut so that I can cut the shape out of the denim now. And I want to leave that 1/2 inch because that's the part I'm going to use to stitch it onto anything that I apply it to. And that will leave ample room to stitch as well as leave room for it to fray, which of course I love the fray, so I definitely want that. So that's what it looks like. I've got the backing on there to keep it a little bit more stable. And this will look a lot different once it frays around the denim edge. But I think that's really cool. And then the last thing is stitching those fabric hearts that I've got the interfacing on onto the matching denim, which of course is a little bit larger for the same reason as before, to allow room to stitch it on, as well as for that denim to fray. So I'm going to try a couple different stitching methods. On this one, I'm just doing a standard wide zigzag stitch. And I'm going to go around right on the edge of the fabric heart, catching the edge and just over the edge as I go. I think I go around this one twice actually to give it kind of a more rustic look. And I'm using a pink thread on this one. Now on the second one here, I actually used a satin stitch. So kind of like what you usually see with iron-on patches. It does use more thread. It takes a little longer to go around, but it's a nice look too. Just wanted to experiment and see different techniques. And on this largest one, I just did a straight stitch around the outside edge of the heart, about an 1/8 inch or so away. And then I went another line of stitching about another 1/2 inch in from that. So there's 2 rows of straight stitches on this one. Just 3 different styles I wanted to try. So there you have it, an assortment of appliques. There's more than what's visible here actually, and you can kind of get a little sneak peek. Some of them have been used on the next project that you'll see in my next video. So I hope you stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and come on back if you like this kind of content.
Oh, and before I forget, come and check out Refashion Rebels. This is a vibrant community of upcyclers dedicated to refashioning pre-loved materials into one-of-a-kind clothing and creations. You will find inspiration, resources, and connections with some really fun people. Whether you're just getting started upcycling or you've been doing it forever, you will fit right in here and you'll love being part of this community. It's free to join, and I've included a link in the video description below. Hope to see you there.